Communications company Ayanda Mbanga Communications has signed an agreement with LinkedIn Talent Solutions to help job seekers. LinkedIn has millions of registered members from over 200 countries. Now, the deal between these two companies has been on the pipeline for over 2 years, and it's finally being achieved. For more on what this partnership means, I'm joined by CEO Ayanda Mbanga. A warm welcome to you, Ayanda. Let's start right there. I mean, does this now make us, in our search for employment, global citizens in the true sense?
Thank you. Yes, very much so. So what it does, basically, it opens up that job search pipeline for job seekers. So in the past, as much as people had access to jobs that were available, either through print media and so on, now what it means is that if you've got the right skills and you've got the right qualifications, you've got the right experience, you can now access more job opportunities worldwide. And as we know with COVID now, which is what we've just gone through, you're able to basically work anywhere in the world whilst you're seated at home. So it's an excellent opportunity for job seekers in South Africa to be able to access these job opportunities anywhere in the world.
Talk me through, Ayanda, how this partnership actually happened.
So around 2019, we were approached. So we've been in business as a recruitment advertising business, right? So we've been advertising jobs over the past 25 years for our clients through, publications such as the Sunday Times, etc., Star newspapers, and so on. So they approached us because they wanted to basically expand their footprint in the Southern African market. So we were approached, and then we started the discussions and the negotiations in terms of how we could partner with LinkedIn to basically represent them in the Southern African market. So what we've found is that a lot of businesses locally do want this access to these 10 million LinkedIn users. But what we're able to do now is to make it easy for South African businesses to transact with LinkedIn using our, if you want to call it, our negotiating muscle, so to speak.
Ayanda, I mean, there are a lot of young people right now who are watching us who are unemployed, but they have 1, 2, some 3 or 4 degrees, diplomas, qualifications, papers that say, I've gone to university, I've studied for a certain trade, I'm looking for employment opportunities for me to apply my trade. But those opportunities are not forthcoming in the country, as you and I know. Which industries, from your findings, would you tell our youth in present modern-day South Africa to go looking into?
So for us, what we're finding through the research that we're seeing is that anything that's technologically based, is where people are and should be going to. So it doesn't really matter, but if you're not able to use technology in whatever shape or form, so in our case, maybe if it's cell phone technology or computers or anything like that, so that access to technology, access to information, which also comes through technology, it becomes very, very important. So it's also, it's not a straightforward answer to say this particular industry versus that other, but I think technology is the one thread that cuts through all of these industries. So it doesn't really matter, like I say, where it could be the medical fraternity, it could be legal, it could be media, it could be anything, but technology is where it's at. And that's why then a partnership like a LinkedIn partnership becomes important, because you have to be there, you have to be on that technological platform in order for you to navigate those opportunities, to be able to speak with prospective employers, to be able to present yourself in a particular manner. So technology really is where it's at, regardless of the industry that you're in.
And obviously, when one logs onto LinkedIn, the first thing that comes up on the homepage is usually recruitment agencies offering their services or call it a skill to update your CV, right? Your CV needs to look and read a certain way. How can someone who's looking for employment use the recruitment agency? And the issue of what the CV or the profile, the work profile of the prospective employee looks like, how does that all work in unison?
So if you do log on, for starters, you'd have to be an active participant on the platform. So for you to be able to speak to prospective employers or to be able to share ideas and information with other professionals on the platform, you have to be on the platform. And you also have to present yourself in a particular way. But like I say, it's not just the surface stuff that I'm talking about. So ultimately, what you have to offer must come through. Where what you want is for people to be able to see that profile, to find you interesting because of the information that you're sharing, because of how it is that you're presenting yourself, because of how you're connecting to other people. And in the end, it's all about the skills. What is it that you have to offer? So whether it's through a LinkedIn platform or any other platform for that matter, you have to have something that's compelling enough for a prospective employer to want to at least talk to you. The nice thing about this, you mentioned employment agencies. Employment agencies themselves sometimes use the platform to find people. So through that, but the issue is here, you need to be on the platform presenting yourself in a particular manner, in a particular fashion, in order for people to want to talk to you, whether it's a recruitment agency or whether it's a company directly, a government department, or any prospective person who wants to maybe offer you an opportunity of any kind. It could be a business opportunity, it could be a job, it could be any opportunity to collaborate on anything. So I really, really believe that LinkedIn is really where it's at.
And Ayanda, I believe the platform also uses an algorithm that sifts through the applicants when there's a job posted, right? So there are certain words that it looks for within your profile to see if you are the right candidate and whether they can pursue or move forward with contacting you and asking you to come in for an interview. What sort of advice do you have for someone in that regard, someone who's looking for a job in whatever industry that is currently looking for prospective employees?
So ultimately, however you are presenting yourself to be, for starters, has to be true. It has to be correct. So it's not just about, certain words and anything like that. So if you are, let's say, in project management, and because what's happening now globally, you'll find that a project management job is called something else in a different country, in a different company elsewhere. So it's just important that out of your CV, you're sifting out the skills. It's more about the capability, and it's becoming less and less about the degree as such, because we all know these degrees are different. There's different things that you're learning, but prospective employers are looking for a specific capability. So that's what they would typically look for. And then the platform itself helps. So it's almost like how it used to be in the olden days, where you submit a CV and there would be almost like a screening process that the computer does. So here it's a mixture of technology and the human touch, because those two things have to go together in order for the recruiter or prospective employer to be able to find you. And ultimately, once you're sitting in front of that prospective employer, you obviously have to present yourself and represent yourself in the best possible manner. So it's not just, it's not only the profile. It has to be true, it has to be genuine, it has to be as authentic as whoever it is that you're trying to represent out there.
Great stuff. Thank you so much. That is Ayanda Mbanga of the Ayanda Mbanga Communications. Of course, if you are looking to be employed, you'd want to update your LinkedIn profile as